Good morning. It's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing. It's Facebook Live. Well, it's Saturday. It's kind of cloudy, but it's supposed to be in the mid-50s, so that's not too bad. I have Rachel here with me, and we have two Rachels in the shop. This lovely Rachel is the daughter of Cheryl, who works for us, and so she's here for the semester. We get her every once in a while. We're very grateful when we do. So we brought her today for a couple of reasons. I need somebody to talk to for starters. And we are going to get going right now with starting off. Do you realize that next Wednesday is Valentine's Day?
It is. That's exciting.
So have you got big plans?
I don't. Long distance relationship, but we'll make something. We'll do something fun.
Okay, all right. So I thought maybe he might take a trip to visit you or something.
No.
Is he still in school?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So she's engaged. She's getting married. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Rachel. We're so happy for you. Okay, so today's giveaway, and the deal with the giveaway is we really appreciate if you would share this live video. You know what? Anytime in the next 24 hours, if you're watching it, share it. And then in the comments section, if you will put in that you shared. But we have a different little twist today. So for our viewers from all over the country, we have this lovely Threads magazine that we are going to give you. It was the fall 2023, and if you don't own this one, you may want it. It has some great coat ideas in it, and you'll kind of see why we're talking about that today. So I'm going to have you hold that, Rachel. And so you can just put in there that you want to share to get that. Now, the second part of this, the twist, is the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show is going to happen at the end of this month. And we bought some tickets to give away. So if you're going to be here for the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show, we have one-day entrances, and I'm going to give away 2 today. So what you're going to do is go ahead and in the comments put Quilt Show so that I know you want to win one of these tickets. So they are worth $10 each, and we are going to have them. Now, this is, the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show does not give away tickets like you get at the theater or something. They're all numbered and everything. They gave us basically a confirmation that we have a ticket. Just no numbers attached to it, just a confirmation. So what I think we're going to do is send you a copy of our email and circle that you won one of our tickets. I can either do that via the mail, or if you're going to be in town and you can just come by the shop and pick it up, that would probably be the best thing. But if you're not coming until the show, then let us know and we'll drop it in an envelope and we'll send it to you. So I'm not sure really what else to do. So, but I wanted to give them away. I think it's really cool.
Yes.
And if you haven't been to the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show and you're planning on coming, I'm going to just tell you, this show gets people internationally to show their quilts.
Wow.
If you did not know that, it does. It's usually... as far as a regional quilt show goes, it's one of the best ones I've ever seen. They always have a guest artist and they do a big presentation of their body of work. They have all these beautiful things that people have sent in to enter into the show. They have fairly good prizes in that show. But the caliber of work is amazing. And I have always been really shocked at how good it is. But I will tell you, the Bloomington Quilt Guild has been around for, well, I mean, I know it was around in the 80s. So it's been around for a really long time. And the caliber of teachers they get in, the level of expertise in that guild is amazing. They all volunteer to be part of helping with the quilt show. It's a really big deal. And it's very nicely done. And there's another part of it I really do enjoy, which is that it's not so huge. Mm-hmm. Some quilt shows you go to and you are just absolutely wiped out after seeing, this is basically 2 floors of our convention center, which is not real big. It's just not real big. But it's like, I think about the perfect size show. They have food that you can go and get, like a little cafeteria area. There's a little shop that the Quilt Guild throws together. And it is just done really nicely. So there is also a bunch of vendors. And of course, all the quilts.
And classes.
Classes. And we're going to be one of the vendors. We're going to have our long arms in one booth. We're going to have another booth that's just going to be our regular sewing machines, our Bernina sewing machines. I think I'm going to bring a 790 to show off. And I think I'm also going to potentially bring our new L890 Quilters Edition, which I think will be really fun. So those two, I think, are going to be our focus machines for that particular show. But guess what else is going on during that?
What?
The shop is open.
Oh.
And it's 3 minutes from the convention center here to the shop. So,
yeah, gotta come check it out.
So if you haven't been to the shop, this is the perfect time to come visit us. Denise is going to be manning the shop the whole time we're here. Alice is going to be around. And of course, Rachel's going to be at the, our other Rachel is going to be at the quilt show. I think you were going to work a little bit of it. So I know you have a couple of times where you're working during that weekend. So, everybody's going to be here, and we can't wait to see you. So come and visit us if you can. And if you can't, then we have this giveaway for you. So that's what we're doing. I want to make sure that everybody knows next week I'm hoping to have some information about our OESD event we're going to do in April. And we are also going to be having an open house for parents to come with their kids, because we're going to be doing a kids class this summer. And in April, we're going to do an open house. So I will have a lot more information for you. I'm going to be sending out emails. We're going to have posts on Facebook. So there's going to be a lot of things about that. Okay, so we got some new patterns in. And what we're going to do for the next few minutes is we're going to show you the new patterns. We're going to show you some old tried and true ones. And we're going to show you some samples. We've got some new samples done. We have some older samples, but we have some new samples. So we're going to show these off, and we're going to show some fabrics off that we think that'll really be a great way for you to use those fabrics and maybe give you some ideas. So first off, Pamela's patterns. You guys get to see me in the tunic top all the time. I wear the tunic top quite frequently, not today. This is actually a Sandra Betzina knit top that I'm wearing today that I did make. So, but this particular top, we have this beautiful floral fabric. It was really cute. The young lady who made this, we told her she could make a top that would fit her, and she loved this fabric. And as you can tell, she's not a big person. And she was really worried she couldn't wear the big print. And I said, you just have to be careful how you go about placing the pattern. And I think she did a gorgeous job on it. So very, very nice. So, and you know what? How much fabric it takes to do this little pattern?
Half a yard?
No, it takes more than that. It's got sleeves. It's got sleeves. It's a yard and a quarter.
That's still not that bad.
So, and this is made out of one of our Stoff knits. They're 62 inches wide. This particular fabric is 95% cotton, 5% lycra. So, that one is one, and I thought it turned out super cute.
It's very cute.
So, I wanted to show that one off. And again, this is just using the Perfect Tee, and it comes in sizes from bust measurements of 31 all the way to 45. So that's pretty great. And you know what? If you do a longer sleeve t-shirt, I'm really sure that she only needed the extra yardage because she needed to place the pattern. But even on these larger sizes for a long sleeve t-shirt, it's only 1 5/8 of a yard. So that ends up being really reasonable. Once you get one of these t-shirt patterns fitting you, It is shocking how good of a job you can do quickly. These t-shirts and tunic tops, I'm going to tell you, probably only take in the neighborhood of maybe 2 to 3 hours. It just depends on what your particular desire of detail is. So, and you know what? This is the reason you need a serger. These are just so easy to make, so quick. And I'm going to just tell you, I have now at least probably a half a dozen, maybe more, tops and dresses I've made out of this fabric. They are all ranging between 5 years old and recent that I made them, and they all look really good. They all still look new. They do not have pills. They just look great. So when you make something like this, the serger, the fabric, they're all an investment, and you won't have to replace them. Usually when I replace them, it's just because I got bored with them. So that's something to think about. Okay, so I pulled out a couple of other stuff knits. Guess what we got back in, guys? Do you remember this City Lights pattern fabric? I don't know if anybody else does, but we have had 2 other bolts of this, and now we have it back in stock. I will tell you that 6 yards of this are spoken, and it usually, this one came in with only 10 yards. So if anybody wants it, order soon. I'm only going to have 4 yards of it to sell. So that was important for you to know. Rachel, why don't we bring over this other one? I kind of thought that fabric made me feel like kind of similar to what we've got on the mannequin. But you know what I keep on looking at this and seeing is a really cute cardigan jacket.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yes.
So this is a really lovely fabric. It is an off-white. So those of us who can't wear bright whites, this is a good color for you. But you know, remember, if this is something you really like, if it's not typically your color, what you can oftentimes do is, one, you can use like this right here. You could use black right up at a band. You could go ahead and use maybe this really cool taupe color and get that one closer to your face if you feel like this isn't the most flattering. The other thing is this could be the bottom and not the top. So we have to remember about things like that. So we've got a couple. Oh, I got this blue back in, and this is such a gorgeous shade of blue.
Very pretty.
Would you call that periwinkle? I feel like it has some purple in it.
Maybe, but it is more blue.
It is so beautiful.
It's very pretty.
It is wonderful, wonderful blue. Now remember, if you haven't thought you were going to do something, or maybe it's really important you get a specific color, you can get in touch with us and we'll be happy to send you a sample. We've done it for customers before. We can do it again. We can just put a little piece of fabric in an envelope and send it off to you. So if you see something, and what you really, really ought to do is go on to the website and open up the fabric tab and look at the kind of fabrics you're interested in. There's a whole section of knits. There's all of our quilting fabrics. There's rayons. We're going to show you some really pretty rayons here in just a minute. So last one of the ones I pulled specifically because I just thought they were so pretty. And I wanted to show them off because I didn't want you to forget about them. You know what? You'd look really cute in this.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty fabric. And the really wonderful thing is with these colors right here, doing a little band around your neck would be really nice, and you could pull the colors you want. I just, you know, if you're a purple fan, that's there. If you really like your autumn colors, it's there. You have roses, you know, just beautiful colors that can all be pulled, including that pretty blue. So this is a great, very versatile fabric. It would make a fabulous dress. And you know what? Those patterns I was telling you about, we just got 2 new Pamela's patterns in. And this one in particular, I was just thinking that classic t-shirt dress Wouldn't that be gorgeous out of it? Perfect for the coming spring. And super comfortable.
Yes.
You know, one of the
This is a great
things,
feel.
yes, and one of the things I really like about these soft knits, the last three we just showed you are all soft knits, is they don't tend to cling to the wrong places. They have enough weight in them that they do not do that. So we also have Ponte knits, and we have a lot of other things you can do. And I think this dress is just really nice. I love on the pleated dress here, the softly pleated dress, the fact that she makes that where it's not super clingy in the hip and belly area. That's really nice. So, brand new patterns, guys, that I thought you would like. I wanted to go ahead and bring back out the Tremont jacket. This is so darn cute. I love the asymmetrical hem on it, and I like that you can make it out of so many different fabrics. One of the things that is really nice about this jacket is that it can be made out of a lot of different materials. This is a tinsel that this is on. Guys, we still have some of this fabric. So this is a tinsel. It's actually really reasonable. It's only $22 a yard. This jacket is only going to take you between 3 and 3.5 yards to do it. It's super cute. But if sparkle isn't your thing, how about just, I got both the sparkle and the one without the sparkle. I love this. It kind of has a real denim-y feel, but very lightweight, super soft, really comfortable. You know, actually the top you're wearing today, Rachel, this would make up into that beautifully.
It would.
So something like that would be really pretty. And this is the kind of thing that goes with almost everything in our wardrobe. Okay, so some other new patterns that we've gotten in. All right. Oh, we'll talk about that one in just a second. All right, so the Shelby dress. Now, guys, I know they're showing it with the really kind of cute, funky boot thing and so forth, and you're looking at me going, Margaret, that is not my look. But I'm going to just tell you, we're going to turn it around. You can do it as a long dress, okay? You can just do it as a long dress. You do not have to do this as that short with the boot look. It is so pretty. What's really funny is True Bias has a picture where they show it as this long dress, and the original reason I bought the pattern was because of that. And then when it came in, I said this little thing here, and I was just so surprised. But what's nice about this is it comes in a version that's a dress, or you can make it as a pant. So they're calling it a romper, but when, of course, it's long-legged, it's not really a romper anymore. So it's very cute. I think that that's a really nice thing. You know, one of the things that a lot of times people will see those buttons and they'll go, oh my goodness, I have to put buttons all the way down that dress. If you own a Bernina, do not worry about the buttons because you'll be able to get them done in no time. And if you don't know how to do it, on our YouTube channel, I have a demonstration on how to do buttonholes that will help you. So if you have a Bernina, just go on to YouTube and find my YouTube. By the way, it's just under University of Sewing, so it's not real complicated. Okay, so this dress and this one, the reason I brought them out together was because I thought that this would be really helpful. Now, this particular dress, just so you know, I know the models on it are a little bit larger, but this starts at just a size 12. So a size 12 is going to fit, you know, actually I'll probably have to go to a 14. So the size 12 is fairly small. What we're looking for, high bust on a size 12 is only a 37, guys. So it's not that huge. Okay, so they're starting off fairly small here, but the nice thing is it goes up to a size 32. So if you are needing a dress for an event coming up this summer, perhaps you've got a wedding or you've got some sort of thing you want to go, graduation's coming up for a lot of parents and grandparents. They've got graduations to go to and you want a nice dress. I'm going to just tell you, this one is the bomb. You have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bodices.
Nice.
You've got, let's see, 6 different skirts, and then these are all sleeves. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sleeves.
Wow.
This is such a nice pattern because it's not just one pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wardrobe. It is the thing that you want. You can make stuff from winter to summer. You have all kinds of different options. And the fabric choices for this are really going to just be really all over the map. It's interesting because now what we can do is you could look at something like a beautiful rayon.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is really pretty. You could do one of these satin viscose fabrics. Really, really lovely. Okay? Actually, the denim tinsel we just showed you, really cute. Actually, it's a cotton. I'm sorry, my bad. This is another viscose that we got in.
That's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? You know, this would make such a wonderful, I like this because it strikes me that you could do this from spring to fall.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a nice fabric. You know what else you could use? Wool crepes. Wool crepe would be beautiful and very elegant. You could use any of our knits that we've been talking about. I also brought out this really pretty fabric right here. This is a rayon. It's got lycra in it. And you know what? This fabric right here would be fabulous to do something like that out of. So really pretty. I brought out a nice, just lightweight. This is a wool. And it's so beautiful. Look at this gorgeous yellow color. A lot of people are going to look really amazing in this. And it's not a super heavy one. So it could be a dress. It could be like the Tremont jacket would be really cute out of it. You have a lot of different ways you can go with this. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you some of those. Before we go on to our jacket pattern, I do want to make a stop back at the Remy. This Remy raglan, guess who was wearing that? Pat wore it last week for our Facebook Live.
Nice.
So when she was wearing that gorgeous top, she made it out of one of these beautiful batik rayons.
I bet that was pretty.
And she looked so pretty in it.
I bet.
It was so nice. And she did such a lovely job on it. By the way, I'm hoping that we're going to have about 9 new of these rayons coming in soon. I'm going to call the company and find out where they are. I ordered them a while ago, and it says right on that it was supposed to come in January or February. So we're going to call them and find out what happens. So we have got right now a lot of rayon selections. It's perfect for this. This is shown in a linen, but I almost feel like this is a little sloppy looking. The rayon was much nicer because it didn't look wrinkly. So it depends on what you're doing. I love linen, and it's such a pretty fabric, but it does tend to look a little wrinkly. So it just depends on the event. If you're just doing something casual, you're going out to maybe a concert or something like that, maybe the linen is perfect. But if you want something just a tad nicer, this top is so cute, and I will tell you the rayon took it just to a different level. So really cute pattern. We've got them back in stock. Last week I did not have any, so I wanted you to know they're back here. Okay, Dave, let's go over this way. And we're going to finish up on samples here in a second, then we're going to let Rachel have center stage. But this really, really cute top, I'm going to go ahead and post a picture. We had Denise try this on. This is the, okay, I can't pronounce it, guys. Who can pronounce that for me? Ikena 2 jacket. This is from Sewing Workshop. It's super easy to do. You know, we were talking about that serger and how easy it is to use. Well, guys, all we did with this one is the edges are just serged off. It's turned under and stitched, and it looks like $1 million. We put a really pretty piece of piping in there. We carry that piping. And this jacket just looks fantastic.
No, you got to give the credit to
Alice. Alice did it. Yes, Alice made it. She's so wonderful. She just whips stuff out like bing, and I'm just always shocked. So beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and we have another thing to show off of for Alice too. And we still have this fabric, guys. If you haven't gotten this yet, it's beautiful. So it's a beautiful boucle. It's something that you would see right out of a Chanel jacket. I mean, it's just absolutely lovely. This is so pretty. So look at how pretty that material is. And what I liked about this is that while this fabric could be super fancy, this can go every way, guys. This can be worn with your jeans. This could be worn with a nice pair of leggings under it with a tunic top. The length is really pretty. You got pockets, cell phone pockets. And okay, so that's really gorgeous. But hey, guess what else we have in the shop? This is a sample that CNT Fabrics asked our wonderful Alice to be able to make a pattern out of fabric she had. We don't carry this fabric, I'm sorry, but this is a sample that Alice made, that it is something that Karen Nye from CNT Patterns, she wanted Alice to make her the sample. And I think that's really fun. So we have this beautiful start after breakfast and finish before lunch jacket. It's completely reversible. It will work well with your cottons, but don't leave your rayons out of this. It will just sew up beautifully. Just use a Microtex needle and you will be set. Use a 10 or a 12 and you are gonna be fine. So that is a really, really cute pattern and it has a lot of variety to it. And I can see, hey, I've seen a lot of you guys, this would look cute on you. So, all right. So we are gonna have a little feature today. It is, what is your favorite tool? And I asked Rachel this past week what her favorite tool in the shop was that she likes to use when she's doing her sewing work. Well, you do quilts, don't you?
I do a few quilts, yes.
So she does some quilting. And so what we have today is her favorite tool. She came in and she looked around yesterday and she figured out that really this was the one. If she was going to spend money on something, this was it.
Yep. This is our 12.5-inch ruler by Creative Grid. And this was my third, first ruler because I was doing 12-inch quilt blocks. And I realized that in the instructions, they said to square it up. And so I needed, the easy way is to use a 12-inch ruler or whatever size you're doing and to line it up and to whatever the finished product needs to be and just trim the edges and then go to the other corner and trim the edges. And this is a lot faster than trying to use your board and just one straight ruler. You have two sides. And I now have the 12-inch ruler, the 5-inch ruler, because these little squares are fantastic for all of quilting projects that you do.
And so whenever you are looking at your next ruler purchase for your quilting, this might be the perfect solution for you. We carry them in a variety of sizes, but you know what? If you see a creative ruler and we don't carry it, I can, of course, order it for you. And I'd be happy to do that. And don't forget, every Creative Grid ruler comes with a QR code. You put your phone on that little QR code and a little symbol comes up, which is a hyperlink, and you can go ahead and be able to click on that, and Creative Grid has a video. Well, if you aren't fond of those QR codes, which I get, but if you just want to go over to the YouTube channel for Creative Grid, they'll show you how to use whatever ruler you are going to be getting. So we carry a lot of them, not all of them. I keep adding more all the time. But if you, again, see one that I have not purchased yet, all you need to do is let us know. All right, everybody, it is 10 o'clock. That means we have to get going. The shop needs to open, and I love having all of you here. I hope we gave you some ideas today, something that will inspire you. Don't forget about those sergers, because you know what? A lot of people think they're only good for maybe just one function, but your t-shirt quilts you can make on them. There's some beautiful ideas coming out of Bernina right now. And hey, wouldn't it be nice if you could just even take and quickly serge off a hem and turn it up and sew it, and you're done. And we all aren't, we're around here, we got some vertical challenge going on. So we need those hems being able to be done. Everybody have a fantastic Saturday, and we will be back next Friday for Facebook Live.